Hey, I'm Frederick. I'm the creator of this app. Let me show you how to use it in just a couple of minutes. So first, let's start a new project. So let's select marine in this case. And now we're in the builder. Let's add a couple of components. Just drag and drop or click and place. Click and place is for tablet and mobile. So let's add a switch. Let's add just a generic load. Okay, so let's connect these. Just drag and drop, drag and drop, drag and drop, and the return cable. Now we got our circuit. Now let's put it on. You can see the dashboard up here. You can also see the wire, the current flowing in the wires as well to indicate that. Now let's shut it off again. Another cool thing, you can change wire lengths very easily here, or you can select a wire, go to the inspector and change the gauge, the length, see what it's connected to and from. Another cool thing, the AI assistant, let me show you that. So let's say you have no idea what you're doing, you just know the components that you have in your system. So for instance, let's do something realistic. 1 lead acid battery, 2 lithium batteries, and then 2 solar panels. Kind of a standard setup for a boat nowadays. And let's add a couple of loads, so generic, diesel heater, transponder, tank monitor, propane, solenoid, and socket as well. Okay, so let's say I wanted to connect this, but I have no idea of how to do that. Let's use an AI assistant. So let me do this fairly quickly. In the beginning, you get kind of deterministic guides giving you choices before we pass it over to the AI. So for instance, do we have an engine? Yeah, let's add an engine. Do we have shore power? No, not in this case. Click next. Now it detects we have different banks. So we need to isolate them because we mixed chemistry for batteries is not a good idea. So separate banks, only thing I can select. Then it's kind of gives me suggestions here. So keep the lead acid as a starter, sure, and the lithium batteries as a dual battery bank. I can also always select something else, of course, but actually that's a good choice. So let's do that. Here I get different alternative for which component I should use to charge or isolate the batteries. In this case, because they are lithium, let's do a DC-DC charger, which is also recommended here. Now we need to do something about the solar panels. How long should the wires be from the solar to the MPPT? So that's a charger. And then from the charger to the batteries. We could change this. That will, depending on what you select here, you will get different wire gauges, of course. So now let's click next. Do you want your panels in parallel or series? Let's do series. And here's kind of a confirmation of everything you've selected and the components that should be added to make a safe connections. So let's do add a wire. And now we wait a little bit. Cool. So a lot of things happens. You can see the connections were made behind this model. Let's open the inspector. So here you can see exactly what was done. And these were actually pre-applied. All of these are from the kind of deterministic guides where you made choices. And then this is from the LLM. It wants to add 14 wires between, mostly for the the house loads. So let's click apply and then close and close. And here you can see what happened. There you go. Complete schema, everything done. You can also export this. Just click this. That will give you an image that you can, if you're at the boat, you got no Wi-Fi. Then let me just bring it up here. it will be an image over your complete schema. So fairly large. You can always zoom in to see exactly which connection goes where. Then you can also share with your friends by email, or if they're already inside this app as a user, you can just invite them very easily. Cool. Something else, maybe settings. You can choose between seeing all values with a metric system, so meters and wire gauges in square millimeters, or imperial, so wire gauges in AWG, and lengths in feet. Then you can select your default wire gauge when you draw new wires. And then you have the validation layer. So let me show you that real quick, actually. So if we change something here, this is a tank monitor, very low power, but let's just, change this to 20 amps instead. So what happened here is that this will be recalculated. So anything that, connects to that load upstream will need to be a larger size. So for instance, this fuse here, let's see what that's connected to. That is connected to the battery protect in down there, and then it goes out to the house switch, and then from the house switch goes to the fuse block. So you see, this load is downstream from this fuse. So I can always learn more if I'm interested about this, why fuse sizes and things like that. Or I can just apply and it will be taken care for me. Okay, so I click apply or fixable here, and that's done. Now I got a safe schema again. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching.